Aims is a pride of India, world-class treatment at subsidized cost, top research, and the dream destination for many medical students. But today, many newly built Aims are still building without doctors. Even some older Aims face serious faculty shortages. Let's look at the data behind India's biggest medical expansion. In this episode, we'll give a neutral overview, how Aims expanded, how big the faculty shortage actually is, why many new campuses are still not fully functional, and the pros and cons of India's Aims revolution. All figures are taken from parliamentary replies and major reporting from 2023 to 2025. Aims started in 1956 as one institute. In the last decade, the government launched a nationwide expansion under PMSSY, aiming to create a network of Aims across India. According to the data we are using, by late 2024, India had around 20 fully functional Aims, 3 partially operational, and about 5 still under construction. This means that even after years of announcements, several campuses remain incomplete or only partially serving patients and students. Now the most critical number, Aims collectively reported 2,561 vacant faculty posts, which is about 40% of all sanctioned posts. This is not a small shortfall. This is almost half of the teaching force missing across Aims network. Between 2022 to 2024, around 429 faculty members resigned across different Aims. This worsened the crunch and forced many institutes to rely on visiting and temporary faculty. A 40% vacancy directly affects teaching, specialty services, research, and the student learning experience. To understand how deep the problem goes, look at the extremes reported in public data. One newly established Aims had 94 sanctioned faculty posts and 0 filled, a complete 100% vacancy. Another institute had 73% of posts vacant, meaning only about 1/4 of the faculty positions were filled. Several others shows vacancy levels above 50%. When a medical institute functions with such big gaps, both patient care and student training become compromised. Faculty shortage is one side of the problem. Infrastructure in many new Aims is also incomplete. Some Aims were sanctioned with nearly 1,000 beds, but only half of those beds were fully functional. At one center, 960 beds were sanctioned. Only 501 were operational. Many campuses started MBBS classes before their hospitals were ready. Lecture halls exist, but ICUs, OTs, and super specialty departments are still incomplete. This means students get limited exposure to real clinical cases, which defeats the purpose of an Aims level education. So why is this happening? The reports point to 5 recurring issues. First, slow recruitment cycles and difficulty attracting senior faculty to remote locations. Second, construction delays due to contractor issues, manpower shortages, and land disputes. Third, phased openings starting academics before their hospitals are ready. Fourth, cost escalation and delays in fund release. And fifth, dependence on visiting or temporary faculty as a short-term fix. Despite these concerns, it's important to be fair and balanced. Established Aims handle massive patient loads, giving students unmatched clinical exposure. Aims Delhi continues to rank number 1 in India for medical education and research. The Aims model, combining education, research, and advanced patient care under one roof, is still one of the best in the country. And Aims Hospital provide high complexity treatment at a fraction of private sector cost. These are strong public health advantages that we need to understand. But the cons are equally clear. A 40% faculty vacancy is a structural crisis. Incomplete hospitals weaken both academic and clinical output. The performance across Aims is highly uneven. Some are doing well while others are barely functional. Students are admitted before proper facilities are ready, and this is the problem. And project delays and cost escalations keep pushing delivery timelines. We need to address this. So what can actually fix this? First, fast-track recruitment with proper incentives for faculty to reallocate and stay. Second, make hospital readiness mandatory before allowing large student intake. Third, improve contractor accountability and ensure timely fund release. Fourth, use a hub and spoke model. Establish Aims supporting new ones through rotational faculty and telemedicine. Fifth, publish real-time public dashboards showing faculty members, bed availability, and project progress. Transparency will force better implementation. To sum up, Aims remains the most important brand in Indian public healthcare. The expansion has great potential, but the reality is mixed. Older Aims continue to perform strongly, while many of the newer ones are struggling with staffing, infrastructure delays, and incomplete services. If India wants a uniform Aims network, the execution has to match the ambition. In the next episode, we'll break down the Aims expansion year by year and see which institutes are performing better and which are struggling. So stay tuned with us. We'll see you in the next one.